Oh boy, yes, yay 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 yay. Finally, after a little bit of waiting once again, the pedestrian railway crossing that touches both the Tuscany train track and the Canadian Pacific line has now activated for the 10th time I've been here today. Let's just hope this moment will be the moment on where I finally catch a freight train going through this crossing, since I'm getting so bored of just only filming the sea trains now. Wait, what? Ugh, oh come on, not another Tuscany train yet again. Just when am I finally gonna get my own footage of a Canadian Pacific train rolling through the freight train line that's beside the red line tracks? I'll happily wait one more time for a freight train to arrive, but if one doesn't come on the last chance I'm giving, I'm just gonna go back home, as what was supposed to be a fun rail fanning adventure has literally just been nothing but a dumb and boring journey for me. Wait, what? Ugh, who's calling me? I'm literally not in the mood to talk to anyone right now due to how much I'm feeling frustrated from this terrible rail fanning adventure I decided to go on today. But maybe I'll just answer this call anyway so I can hopefully take my mind off this boringness I'm currently experiencing at the moment. Alright, now, so anyways, hello, this is a frustrated railfan who's been standing by the Shinmuk Station railroad crossing throughout the past 2 hours now waiting for a freight train to come. Speaking. Who's calling and what could you possibly want from me?
Oh, well, hey there Shelley, sorry to disturb your rail fanning time at Shinmuk Station. That's unfortunately not going so well, but I just wanted to call so I could ask if you're looking forward to finally coming with me and Ashley to watch another Leafs vs Flames game at the Saddle Dome tonight.
Yeah, hey there to you too, Teddy. Yes, I'm looking forward to watching the upcoming hockey game at the Saddle Dome this evening with you and Ashley. But you know, to be honest Teddy, throughout the few times or so I actually joined you and Ashley with watching these games, I pretty much always deep down felt like nothing but an odd one out compared to you guys due to how you both have Toronto Maple Leaf jerseys but I don't. It's often why I've lied about being sick or something whenever these matches have come around, as I feel so jealous and desperately wish I had a jersey of my own too.
Wait, what? So you're telling me that all this time when you've told me you can't come to the Saddle Dome due to you being sick or having dentist appointments or something was just so you could avoid spending time feeling left out compared to me and Ashley? Why did you never tell either of us this before until now, Shelley, as we probably could have easily gotten you a Maple Leafs jersey of your own ages ago now, especially since my jersey was literally a Christmas present I got from Ashley back in 2023.
Yeah, I don't know why I never ended up or decided to tell you this, Teddy, but I'm glad I finally did, as I now know I won't need to feel like an odd one out whenever I hang out with you and Ashley much longer. But I guess the main question to ask now is how can we possibly get me a Maple Leafs jersey in time before tonight's Leafs vs Flames match at the Saddle Dome starts, as I'm now really determined to have this be the first Leafs game I watch on where I don't look like a proper true fan of the team.
Oh, well, I know just the thing we can do to make your Leaf jersey dream come true, Shelley, as well. Believe it or not, but I'm actually not that far away from you currently, as I'm inside Shinmuk Mall right now just chilling in the food court. But anyways, what I'm suggesting we can do here on how we can quickly get you a jersey before tonight's game is that you can come over to meet me in the food court so I can take you over to a store further in the mall called Jersey City, which sells all kinds of sports hats and jerseys, including ones for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Wait, what? There's a store inside Shinmuk Mall that sells sports league stuff? How did I never know about this Jersey City store until now? But anyways, about the plan you suggested, Teddy, that sounds like a great idea, so without further ado, I'm gonna head over to meet you at the food court right now, as I'm just so happy to know that you being not that far away from me at the moment can make my dream of getting my very own Toronto Maple Leafs jersey finally come true.
Alright Shelley, here we are now at the Shinmuk Mall store I was talking to you about over the phone. So anyways, hello there Mr. Jersey City store worker, do you have any Toronto Maple Leaf jerseys, as I'm currently looking to find one for my cousin right here so she can match with me.
Oh, you're looking for a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey? Well, I'm sorry to say sir, but we're currently all sold out of them right now, unfortunately.
Wait, what? You're all sold out of Toronto Maple Leaf jerseys right now? How is that even possible? This is literally Calgary, so wouldn't almost everybody here who comes to this store for hockey merch be after Flames stuff?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a person who judges on what people buy, so I don't know why we're sold out of Toronto Maple Leaf jerseys out of all things at the moment, but to simply not let you and your cousin down entirely, there was actually a kid who I think was about 10 years old that came in here earlier with some posters saying that he's holding a competition at the Meadowlark Playground not too far from here on where you can win a Maple Leafs jersey. Here's one of the various posters he gave me so you can see.
Oh wow, cool, a smartest person competition on where you get a free Toronto Maple Leafs jersey if you win. Looks like this will be our key at getting you your desired jersey before we go with Ashley to watch tonight's Leafs vs Flames game at the Saddle Dome, so come on Shelley, let's run off like Sonic to the Meadowlark Playground right now, as this competition says it starts at 3:30 and that's in like 6 minutes now according to my watch.
What's up everyone, it's your boy David the Superior 2015 back again with another video, and today, I'm hosting a Who is the Smartest competition here at the Meadowlark Playground not too far from my house, so, right behind me we have two teams and... Wait, what? Are these four people seriously the only ones who showed up? I thought I'd have a lot more people than this come considering of how much posters I handed out and hung up all over Shibbook Mall earlier.
Well dude, considering you're hosting this contest here in Calgary and not somewhere in Ontario, I don't think there'd be that many people out here who'd want a Maple Leafs jersey as a prize. And you also didn't even specify on what size of jersey you have on your posters, so maybe that's another reason why you only had me, my buddy, and those two teenage-looking kids right there beside us show up to your competition.
Wait, what? Oh come on, are you serious right now? I was just trying to be unique, as what else could people possibly want to win in a contest like this? Money, that's just so basic and boring. But well, this competition was also meant to be a way I could get back at my stupid annoying twin brother for snitching on me after pulling our school's fire alarm yesterday, so...
Wait, what? You pulled your school's fire alarm yesterday? Dude, what's wrong with you? You literally look like you have to be at an age now on where you should know very well that the only situation you're allowed to pull fire alarms in is when a building is in need of a serious immediate evacuation.
What? Hey, don't you dare judge me, okay? I only did that due to how I don't feel like doing any more school stuff right now and just want my upcoming summer break to finally arrive already. You better not judge me on anything else, as otherwise I'll disqualify and kick you out of my competition. So do I make myself clear on everything I said just now?
Okay, yes dude, you've made yourself clear, so please don't kick me out of your contest. I promise I won't judge you on anything else you talk about.
Alright then, good, but anyways, with that out of the way now, let's finally get this contest started, shall we? So as you've been able to see, my viewers, here we have two teams and I will be asking the people in both of them questions that I feel only the smartest people in the world know the answer to. Whoever answers the most questions I have to ask correctly wins. And oh yeah, right, just before I finally start asking you teams of two people the questions, I should also probably ask this, but can everybody here please tell me what their names are before we begin the contest?
My name is Jason and my buddy next to me wearing the blue t-shirt is named Russell.
And our names are Teddy and Shelley. Shelley's my cousin and I'm here to help her win the jersey you have in your hand so she can match with me.
Alright then, good to know. So now, since I know the names of everyone here, it's time to get into the questions finally. So the first question I have is gonna go towards Team Jason and Russell, which is, what year did Calgary Transit first open the C-Train network?
Oh dear. I don't think either me or Russell have any idea on what the answer to this question could be, so let me take a guess here. Is the answer maybe like 1954 or something?
What on earth? No, that's nowhere near close to the correct answer, as your answer was off by about 3 decades. Where in the world did you get 1954 from?
Well, I only really guessed 1954 since the really old train cars on the C-Train fleet looked like they could have been from the 50s to me.
Lol, 1954, oh my goodness, Ha 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 ha. Looks like this competition is gonna be a lot easier than we thought it would be, Shelley. If the kids just gonna keep asking us train-related questions like that all day, those guys on the other team are such dummies.
Alright, so now, moving on to you Team Teddy and Shelley. The first question I am gonna ask you both and have one of you answer is, how many kilometers is the sun from the earth?
Wait, what? What on earth? How are we supposed to know the answer to a question like that? Why did the guys on the other team get a really easy question while we get an extremely hard one?
I don't know. I'm just gonna ask you all whatever questions I feel like asking. But anyways, all I have to say now is don't take forever to answer this question, Teddy and Shelley, as I'm only giving you 10 seconds to answer each question I ask you, and along with the two other guys you both are competing against.
Wait, what? 10 seconds? Oh come on, that's not fair. You'd have to give us at least a little more time to think than just that. But I guess if you're really desperate to have an answer within 10 seconds, I suppose I'll have to guess maybe, I don't know, 90 million kilometers.
Lol, haha, nope, wrong. The sun is 149.6 kilometers away from the earth. Stupid. Ha 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 ha.
What? Stupid? But who on earth even knows that from the top of their head?
Smart people obviously. Why else do you think you're here, dummy? But anyways, now, back to you Team Jason and Russell. The second question for this competition that I will be asking you is, what train engine character in the TV show Thomas and Friends has the number 4 on the side of his tender?
Wait, what? Thomas and Friends? But I know literally nothing about that show really, other than that the main character is, well, Thomas. But I know he can't be the correct answer to this question as he has the number 1 on his side, so want to try answering this one for us, Russell?
Yeah, sure thing Jason, as I think I can recall of at least a few other Thomas and Friends characters that aren't, well, the star of the show himself. So let me think here, a character with the number 4 on his side. Let me guess, is it Edward? I now think it's Edward, so I'll go with him as our answer for this question.
Lol, haha, nope, wrong again you dummies. You all really need to get better at this, as I just can't believe on how no one's gotten a single one of my questions right, so. Wait, what? My mom? Why on earth is she calling me right now? Can't she see that I'm busy with the competition I'm hosting at the moment? But well, I suppose I better answer this just so I can get this over with real quick to see what she wants. Alright, now, so, hello there Mom. What on earth could you possibly want from me right now? I'm literally in the middle of making a super fun and important video for my YouTube channel at the moment, so can we get this call over with quick?
David, that is no way to speak to your mother. But anyways, the reason why I'm calling you right now is so I can ask, do you mind explaining to me as to why I'm getting so many texts from your brother and dad saying that you're nowhere to be seen, and why Dexter is sending me so many messages right now on how he can't find the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey I got for him when it was your birthdays last month?
Okay, now, so alright Team Teddy and Shelley, the next question that I will be asking you both is, what planet in outer space has the most moons?
Mercury maybe, I guess. I literally don't know, since I've usually always fallen asleep in class whenever my boring teachers at school have talked about space-related stuff.
Bug, no, that is obviously not correct, since Mercury doesn't even have any moons. Just when is someone in either one of the two groups I have competing finally gonna get the answer to one of my questions correct, as this contest has literally become nothing but a complete disaster?
Well, the only reason why me and Debbie haven't gotten any questions correct is because you keep giving us extremely hard ones. Like seriously, why do you keep giving those two other guys very easy questions about train-related stuff while me and Debbie keep getting boring impossible ones about math and outer space and whatnot?
Alright, enough complaining over there, but anyways you two groups of stupid contestants, the next set of questions I'm gonna ask you will be the final round, so one of you better get this correct, as otherwise, none of you will win the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey I have in my hand right here. So without anything else to say now, time to ask my last questions. So anyways, starting with you first, Team Jason and Russell, the last question I am gonna ask you both for this competition is, what American railroad company did Canadian Pacific buy in order to expand their trade network all the way down to Mexico?
Ugh, okay, you know what? I literally feel like giving up at this point since there's definitely no way either me or Russell will get this question right either. But I suppose just to get this over with and let those teenagers have their last chance at winning as quickly as possible, I'm gonna guess maybe the South US and North Mexico Railroad or something?
Nope, wrong again, as that's not even a real railroad company. We should literally rename this competition to Who is the Dumbest at this point, because this is just sad. But at least I only have Team Teddy and Shelley to ask a final question to now, as I seriously just can't wait to finally end this disastrous contest already. But anyways, Team Teddy and Shelley, as you both would already know, the next question I'm about to ask you will be the last and final one for the competition, so if you two get this right, then you win. So now, without further ado, what is 5,630 times, 3,881?
Wait, what? Are you kidding me right now? How on earth are we supposed to know that? There's no way I could just multiply all that in my head, so want to try being the one who will win the competition first, Teddy.
What, me Shelley? But I'm literally so much more awful at math compared to you, so if you can't answer this, then there's no way I could get the correct answer to this question either. But I suppose to simply just not provide any answer, I know whatever would be the correct answer would have to be an extremely big number, so let me think. Is the answer something like, 21,850,030?
That is correct. Team Teddy and Shelley win everyone. So anyways, just before I finally end this video that I'm recording for YouTube, here's your new Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, you two, as you both sure earned it.
Oh my goodness, wow Teddy, just, wow, how in the world did you do that?
I don't even know, Shelley. I just kind of guessed, and that was for some reason the first extremely big number that popped up in my head, but you know what, overall, who cares? I mean, we literally won, and that's what we wanted to have happen in the first place, so you could finally match jerseys with me and Ashley.
Hey there kid, I'm honestly just now a bit curious, but since the two teenagers ended up being the ones who won the Maple Leafs jersey, I'm starting to wonder this, but did me and Jason also win anything while we were at it too?
Oh, why yes you did, as you both win the honor of being the two dumbest people I've ever met in my...
Aha, there you are, David. We should have known that we would find you here due to how much you love coming to this playground, but anyways, now since we've finally found you, all what we simply have to say now is that you're in big trouble, young man.
Yeah, that's right, David. I agree with what Dad said just now. But anyways, now since I can finally see where my Maple Leafs jersey went after such a long while of trying to find it while also trying to find you, all I can think of on what to say next is, hey, you, teenage-looking girl in a grey sweater, that jersey belongs to me and not you, so hand it over here right now.
Oh, what's this I'm hearing? You want your Toronto Maple Leafs jersey back? Well, too bad kid, because it's mine now. I won it fair and square from your brother, so if you want it back, you're gonna have to catch me and my cousin that's standing beside me first.
What? Hey, oh no you don't, you two. Get back here with my son's hockey jersey right now. It belongs to him, not you. I'll go chase after those two teenagers while you and Dad deal with David on what he's been up to. Okay, Dexter.
Oh boy, Shelley, here we are finally at Flamingo's house, so we can go pick up Ashley to come watch tonight's Leafs vs Flames game with us at the Saddle Dome. This will especially be so exciting, as I just can't wait to see Ashley's reaction for when she sees you in your new Maple Leafs jersey for the first time. But anyways, without further ado now, time for us to ring the doorbell so we can get the best night of our life started. Oh boy, yes, yeah. Why hello there, Ashley, it's so nice to finally see you again. But anyways, look who finally managed to get her very own Toronto Maple Leafs jersey.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that jersey looks so good on you, Shelley. This has got to have been the best surprise I've ever had from both of you, as now our night out watching the upcoming hockey game at the Saddle Dome will be even better than I ever would have imagined.
Yeah, why thank you, Ashley. Your words really mean a lot to me, as it's certainly a long story for how I managed to finally get my hands on this Maple Leafs jersey I can call my own. I'll tell you all about it as we make our way down to the Saddledome, but anyways, what else are we possibly waiting for? Let's head towards Sirocco Station right now so we won't be late to watching the game tonight.